Hey guys, so I just wanted to come and talk about this Tasha K versus Cardi B trial again. So I'm not sure if they're going to end tomorrow or not. I was listening to Choke No Joke. Of course, he's breaking down everything that happened in court today. And so this morning he was reporting that one of the jurors was kicked off of the jury, and he said that that wasn't a good thing for Cardi B because the person was upset with all of the videos and stuff from Tasha K, right? Um, and so he said the person had an outburst, and he, of course, was dismissed from the jury based on whatever he was saying to Tasha K and her lawyers. And so I guess they probably had to bring another one in to replace that person. Unless, oh no, I think he said they just have nine now. So sometimes they'll have an alternate, and the alternate is already there listening to everything as well. But yeah, so he said that happened before lunch, and then um, when they went back, Cardi was on the stand, and I guess they were asking her pretty much the stuff that Tasha K was putting out there, if it was true. Just to summarize some of the stuff that he is saying in his live, and you guys are more than welcome, obviously, to go over to his live and watch it. The video, it's about 2 hours long, like yesterday. Um, and he also posted a video this morning. Like I said, he was explaining how the juror had an outburst and had to be dismissed. Um, but he said that Cardi, and I think the mainstream media also reported on that. I think that I saw that as well, a couple places, that Cardi had started crying on the stand. He said that she started crying when they were asking her what happened, how was she handling having to deal with all the harassment. And on the videos that Tasha K was putting out, and she said that she was, she went into a state of depression. I guess she was pregnant at the time. And I know Tasha was pregnant in there somewhere as well, with her son. So I guess I don't know which, who was pregnant first, and I don't know how that went on. Um, but she said that she thought about suicide, and he said that she was crying. And so then they went on, I guess, to ask her some more questions. And then I guess Tasha's lawyers countered and started asking her questions about if she said certain things in her songs about tricks and johns. And now listen, Choke No Joke. Now I don't know where you from. Let me get on here for a minute, because he's trying to act like a trick is not a John, and John is not a trick. I don't know. I always thought it was one and the same. I think that it probably depends on where you're from. The language is probably different for based on where you're from, I guess. But I think that when people say trick, they can be referring to a John as well, right? Because they were trying to get her to explain certain things that I guess she has said in some of her music about tricks or tricking on men or what have you. And she said something about hoe, and I don't even want to get off into all this the lingo, but being a hoe or something. I guess she says in one of her songs. And so they were asking her to explain what that meant. This is just my opinion. Depending on who's on the jury, it's probably going to depend on how you really truly define those words for yourself. Because, you know, I feel like John and Trick are language around prostitution. That's my opinion. But he was trying to say that it's not. That it's, women who are getting men to spend money on them. That's, that's still a form of when you're exchanging your time or your body for gifts or money. That's a form of prostitution. I mean, y'all can let me know. I don't know. But he was trying to say it like it's not, he was saying that when some women just, they can get money out of guys and they don't have to do anything with them actually. But so I don't know. Like I said, it probably depends on who's sitting on that jury, how young or old they are, and how they define those words. And I think it's really going to come down to that on that. But he was saying most of the stuff that Tasha was saying about her, they could not prove, um, you know, for they just could not flat out prove that she was prostituting, right? They couldn't bring a witness to say that he paid her money or what have you. So basically Tasha was just saying all this stuff just to say it. I think that we established it yesterday that she already admitted that she lies. So um, they were just making sure, I guess just trying to see if she will admit to prostituting or something, or saying that she was one at one time. Um, she pretty much said that she has never done that. So that is not true. She said that Tasha put some video or something of her. Well, it wasn't of her. She said the video was of her, but Cardi said that she went live and said that it's not her in the video, even back then. This is what, 3, 4 years ago. And so Tasha still left the video up there saying that that was Cardi B. And she said, I have tattoos or something all over her back, all over her body, or back, or down her back. And she said that the person in the video do not, and that their body shapes and stuff were different. And so she said that she tried to explain it to Tasha K that was not her. And so he said they played the video in court, and people were disgusted by the act of the person in the video. And then so they went from the video. What else did he say? Because that's the prostitution. Then they went to the HPV thing, asking her if she ever said anything like that in her music, and she said no. Um, they brought up that girl, and that's what I was wondering. I think the girl may not want to have anything to do with this trial or what have you. And I don't know if you guys remember that Tasha was interviewing someone who was claiming that she was Cardi B's roommate at one time. But when Cardi B, to my understanding, when I was not there. I'm just going on with joke, no joke, and I don't have the transcripts. I might try to pull them over the weekend and try to read it if I have time. But he was saying that the Star Marie, is that her name? I think her name is Star Marie. And I remember Tasha, I think that's the same girl Tasha had in that video, who was saying that she was a Cardi B's roommate or something at one time, and she had certain products or something. And I don't know why the girl was mad at Cardi B for whatever reason. Um, but I think that their relationship changed somewhere along the way. And so maybe the girl is not willing to um, say whatever she said in that video. But her name came up today. He said that the girl's name came up in the video, during the trial. They were asking Cardi if she knew the girl, and she said she knew her at work. She did not know her on a personal level. She was just a coworker. So I don't know. Who knows what's true, what's not? But I know in that video, in that interview, she was saying that she was Cardi B's roommate. Um, but anyway, so they went on from that, and I think the other thing they asked her about cheating on her husband, or if she says that in some lyrics, and she said no, that she did not say that in any lyrics, that she cheated on him. So I don't know. I don't know what they were referring to. I don't think he went over the lyrics or whatever. But so yeah, they pretty. He said they pretty much didn't have anything, right? Tashi was just pretty much saying all this stuff because she wanted to say it. She didn't have anything to back up what she was saying, not from the music or anywhere, any other kind of a witness or anything. So, oh, that's the other thing. Tasha's husband also testified. I think some other YouTubers have already spoken on this, saying that he um, kind of threw Tasha under the bus. But the truth of the matter is, regardless if he's her husband or not, he cannot control her. Like if he's probably, especially in the beginning of Tasha YouTube, YouTubian days, she probably was not. He probably wasn't even at home. He probably was at work. He didn't even know what she was on the computer doing. And so he was saying he cannot control her, and so there was nothing that he could do. He couldn't force her to take the videos down. It's her channel, right? She is the one who created this YouTube channel and started this whole YouTube stuff. Even though I believe he works with her now, but if he tried to take him down, she was just going to put him back up. And so, at the end of the day, that's his wife. He's going to stay by her side on that anyway, stick by her side on that, right or wrong, more than likely, right? I think that we understand that. And so the husband just pretty much said he could not, there was nothing that he could do. And that's what he testified to, that he couldn't stop Tasha from putting the videos up, and he could not make her take them down. So, yeah, her husband was on the stand, and then Cardi B was on the stand as well after lunch, and then the jury was um, dismissed. And so then, I'm just minding my business. She puts up this whole message to Dr. Heavenly about, I guess Dr. Heavenly may have said something about Tasha interviewing. I didn't see it, but Tasha interviewed this mistress, and I don't watch that show, so I'm not being rude. I just don't know the person's name. I know the wife's name is Melanie. I think, what's the husband's name? Yeah, I don't know the husband's name. So you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But I guess Melanie is friends with Dr. Heavenly. And so Dr. Heavenly may have spoke up for her friends since Tasha was interviewing the mistress. And so Tasha is now sending messages to Dr. Heavenly that the reason she couldn't get the interviews, something about the way she talked or something. I don't know. So, but I just want to send my condolences to Dr. Heavenly because I think her mother, I was reading that her mother just passed away. So she don't have no time for, Tasha K's nonsense right now. But I'm sure once she goes through her grieving process, she probably will come back around to it. I'm like, you're in the middle of a trial. When do you have time to be put? Well, maybe one of her assistants, one of her assistants put the message up. I don't know, but I was like, how could she put this up today if she's dealing with a trial right now? But so she's trying to comfort Dr. Heavenly. But unfortunately, like I said, Dr. Heavenly lost her mother, so she's. I'm sure she don't have time for Tasha right now, and she probably don't even know that she said all that stuff. But yeah, so Tasha's still gonna be Tasha after this is all said and done. So Choke No Joke is over there giving. He created his own closing argument. He's very biased. It's clearly he's team Cardi B, right? So yeah, he was giving his closing argument on the whole thing for um, Cardi. And I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, Tasha had no evidence to back up the stuff that she was saying about this lady. Then the lady nicely asked her to take it down. She didn't. She could have went a whole different route on her, and she did not. That was another thing. He said that she tried to bring up some video of Cardi threatening her, but she did not act on those threats. She just took legal action, which she did the right thing. She took the necessary steps. She tried to ask you to take it down. You didn't take it down. She's tried to send you a letter through her lawyer. You didn't take it down. So now you guys are in this position. I mean, she did the right thing, and like he said, the judge told her, yeah, she's upset. You talking about her child. You saying all this stuff about her family. You putting all this stuff out there. I mean, he said that he felt like the jury probably would understand why she was upset. I mean, at the end of the day, she did not act on it. So, I mean, saying that she made a threat is just saying that she made a threat, right? She didn't do anything to you. So I don't know. I just think that Tasha just really wanted to get to. I just like I said yesterday, she just really wanted to get to this point um, because of all of the attention that it is bringing her, and That's what I believe. I mean, what other reason will she have to do this? Right. But you guys can let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments about what she had to say about Dr. Heavenly if you read it. Now I was going to try to see if I could add it on here. Never mind. I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to leave it alone. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all the talk from today as far as the juror getting kicked out of the jury box and her husband going, Tasha K's husband going on the stand, then Cardi going on the stand saying that she considered suicide and that she was never a prostitute and, um, you know, she didn't have the HPV. It's my understanding, she presented her medical records to the judge, I think last week or maybe the week before. So the medical records were already on file, and the whole cheating on her husband thing. I mean, that's something just you have to be able to prove that. You can't just, I mean, just talk about making up stuff, right? But so yeah, I don't know. I think that I can't imagine what more they could say tomorrow, or what more questions they would have. I think they he said that they pretty much touched on everything, tried to find things in her music, and he said he was questioning, certain things people can't take, and I think that some people just think that strippers are doing other stuff anyway, right? But she was not stripping when she encountered Tasha K, and that's the thing, she was already a celebrity at that point. And so the stuff that Tasha was saying was just, it was irrelevant, at that point anyway, for her to even put that out there like that. Um, but that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I'll probably see you tomorrow, depending on how they end the the case tomorrow. Of course, I'm gonna check in with Choke and see what he's talking about tomorrow afternoon. I'll see you guys later. Bye.